Texas. But it means nothing if you don't vote. Doesn't mean that you saw an increase. The question is, are you going to have in 2020 2 million eligible for unregistered Latinos in the state of Texas? What does it mean for black people? What it means is, if you're black and you sat your ass at home, you're an absolute disgrace to the race.
Yes,
yeah, I said it. Tariq Nasheed, you are a disgrace. Jason Whitlock, same for you. Two black men who actually publicly said they don't vote. Now, of course, we can fall for this nonsense about, well, you know, I don't agree with this person, that person, but you cannot tell me if you are black and you are voting and there was nothing on the ballot you could have voted for.
Because we do have that power.
Okay, so are you white nationalists?
I don't use the term white nationalist. I like the term alt-right, first off, and I also like the term identitarian because it gets at what I am and what I believe.
And what is that?
Identity is at the heart of my ideology. So
what's that identity?
Race is a foundation of that identity, undoubtedly.
Now you know, race is simply a creation of mankind. That's a construct. It doesn't exist. I mean, bottom line is, no, I know who I am. First of all, I'm Roland Martin. I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Do you identify as a black man?
Oh, first of all, I identify as a man.
Okay.
Identify as a man.
Sexist?
No, actually, it's not sexist because if a person is a woman, identifies as a woman.
Okay.
So I'm a man. I'm a Christian.
Roland, if you want to know why the streets don't fool with you, if you want to know why the streets don't listen to you, if you want to know why you lost all credibility in the streets, that was it right there. That was the quintessential moment where you lost all credibility and you lost the streets. You cannot sit your bulbous ass up here today and try to tell all of us that you somehow speak for black folk like some ventriloquist when you were confronted by the preeminent white supremacists of our time at the critical, crucial moment, and he said to you, "Are you a black man?" And you backed down and refused to even acknowledge your identity as a black man. That, Roland Martin, is a disgrace to the race. The black race, Roland. Not the race to the poultry section, not the race to the frozen food aisle. That is a disgrace to the race, sir. Telling black people that we should not vote unless we have a black agenda, that's not a disgrace to the race. When a white supremacist sits up here and asks you, are you black? And you say everything except black, and then you want to come to the folk that you have denied. Brothers and sisters, Roland flat out denied us. He denied that black exists. He denied that there was any connection when he's in front of white folk. Remember what I've always taught you all. If you want to know what a black person truly in their heart of hearts believes, put them in front of a white person and then ask them, have that white person ask them whatever you want to know. Because black folk will lie to other black people. There are no consequences for lying to another black person. But there are consequences for lying to white society. There are consequences for lying to them. There are consequences for that. And that's why they will talk crazy and silly up in here. Because Roland understood that there were no real consequences for speaking that way. So when he was in front of Richard Spencer, he saw things go bad quickly. He saw things go bad really, really quickly. But I don't want you all ever to forget. I don't want you all to ever forget that Roland Martin, before he can sit here and try to tell anybody who a disgrace to the race is, Roland, you got a lot of explaining to do here.
As a mainstream movement, it gets a
identity.
Yeah, race is a foundation of that identity, undoubtedly.
Now you know, race is simply a creation of mankind. That's a construct. It doesn't exist. I mean, bottom line is, no, I know who I am. First of all, I'm Roland Martin. I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Do you identify as a black man?
Oh, first of all, I identify as a man.
Okay.
Identify as
Wasn't
a
that
man.
sexist?
No, actually, it's not sexist because if a one person is a woman, identifies as a woman.
Okay.
So I'm a man. I'm a Christian. Are you a Christian?
I'm a cultural Christian.
Now, someone explain to me what the hell kind of fool you gotta be to sit up here and support Roland Martin and to try to back him up on wagging his finger at black people when he was sitting in front of Richard Spencer and Richard Spencer asked him, are you a black man? You all heard what just got said there. You can't close your eyes to it. You can't deny that he said that. Richard pressed him on it and Roland refused. He just flatly refused. No, I ain't black. I'm a man. I'm a Christian. I'm a dump truck. I'm a Tonka toy. I'm a coaster. I'm a spare tire. He was everything except black. Now you're going to sit here and let him waddle his ass in the room a year later and try to define for the rest of us and lecture the rest of us of what is a disgrace to black people when he doesn't even identify as black. He said, I'm a man, but he refused to say he was black. And if you all want to know why it is that so many of these brainwashed, handkerchief-haired, emotionally unbalanced, half-past a psycho, feminine broad cases out there love him so much, do you understand that he uses the exact same vocabulary and vernacular that they do? They don't identify as black, they identify as women. So if you ever want to know why it is that so many moist people that Roland gets it up with so well, understand something. He's saying the exact same crap they do. I ain't black, I'm a woman. I ain't black, I'm a feminist. I ain't black, I'm a Christian. I ain't black, I'm a Democrat. I ain't black, I'm an American. What's the difference between Roland Martin and Sheriff Clark? Probably about 1.5 feet in height and a goatee and a cowboy hat. That's it. No, I'm not going to sit here and play games with this nigga. You got to earn the right to criticize black folk. And a fellow who doesn't even identify as black, when you can put the gun to his head and say, what are you? And he refuses to say, I'm black. Sitting in front of Richard Spencer, that's the time to represent. You all heard when Richard Spencer confronted me with it. Well, I can understand why you, as a black man, would not resonate with the Confederacy. He thought I was going to back down off of it. No, I ain't backing down off of it. I'm not going to try to convince you that my blackness doesn't matter. I didn't sit up here and say, well, no, you got to understand, it's something different. No, it's not. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Who in the hell is Roland Martin to sit up here and talk about a disgrace to the race, Negro, after you done said this?